Hello everyone, how are you? This is Kay. Okay, I hope you're having a great weekend today. So, as always, on Sundays, I do the weekly forecast. So, I will cover the Forex pairs first on my watch list, and then also gold, WTI, indices, and also Bitcoin in the news. So, and let's find out which one will be the best pair to trade this week. Okay. Alright, so let me start with saying hi to everyone quickly. Okay, so let's see. Hello Oli, good to see you. And Tony Gold, good to see you too. Alright. Mark, good to see you. And Won, thank you for joining. Alright. Principals, good to see you. And Kuan, Kenley, thank you for joining. Basam and Derek, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining today. Okay, Riyadh and Frank, good to see you. And Well, and John, and Rain, thank you very much for joining. Alright, and Sean, good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Photo, and Kevin, good to see you also. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, Gulam, also good to see you. Otavio, thank you for joining from Brazil. Good to see you. Alright, Anis, good to see you. Thank you very much. Yeah, pound AUD, right? Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Okay, and Anthony, thank you for joining. Ellie, good to see you from South Africa. Thank you very much for joining. Alright, Edward and Vu and everyone, good to see you. Okay, so now let me switch screen to trading view, and let's start from the Euro USD all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY first. And since this is weekend, I will check the weekly time frame. So every weekend I check the weekly time frame because that's when the weekly candlestick closes. And every month end I check the monthly chart, and every day I check the daily and the lower time frames so that I know what's happening on the markets from high to the low time frames when I screen charts every day. So it's always, good to take a look at the bigger picture and make sure that you are the part of the bigger picture when you take trades. So here is the weekly on Euro USD, and like I mentioned a couple of times before, this is within the P wave. So lower highs and higher lows and P wave. So since last week was bullish and 2 weeks ago was doji, once the P wave breakout happens bullish, I think the market reaches to the resistance 1.1095. But at this stage, we're not sure if it breaks or not because the Kumo is flat. Senko span A is flat, and also Senko span B is flat, and Kijun Sen is up, but Tenkan Sen is down. So to me, this is range. So that means there's no sign of the breakout of the P wave this week. So simply I wait for the breakout. If it does this week, then I follow. If not, then I continue to trade other pairs. So let's wait for the P wave breakout on the Euro USD. Okay, alright, thank you very much for joining everyone. Good to see you again. Prince, Yas and Binak, good to see you. Thank you so much for reminding the like button. If you liked it, please press like button before you leave. That would be great. Thank you very much. Alright, that black ball, thank you for joining. Pradeep, Ajit, and MD, and thank you very much for joining everyone. Okay, so next is the Euro AUD. Euro AUD, to me it's range because the Kumo is now flat, Senko span A is now retracing, and the market is still range. So this week, we're not sure if candlestick will be bullish or bearish. It's very difficult to read which way the market's going on Euro AUD. So I simply, most likely I don't trade on Euro AUD. Okay, next is the Euro JPY. Euro JPY is continuously bullish. Last week happened to be bearish, and also at the big news in the US, including non-farm payrolls, the market went down on Friday. But I can still see that this market is bullish because the Senko span A is up and Kijun Sen is up and Chikou span above candles. So I expect the market become bullish. So I continue to look for a buying opportunity on Euro JPY. So I mark purple on this one. Again, this is on the weekly time frame. If you look at the low time frames like the daily or even low time frames, Euro JPY is now bearish. But in terms of the bigger picture, it's bullish. So I prefer to look for buying opportunities continuously. Okay, next is the Euro Pound. Euro Pound is also, this is almost bearish. If the market breaks a support of 0.8518, then that will be a great downtrend. And it could happen this week. Hold on, let me delete all these lines. So simply for Euro Pound, I wait for the breakout of the support. Again, 0.8518, and see if it breaks and goes down. But it's possible to happen because the Chikou span below candles and Senko span A is also down. So once the market breaks the support level, then I think it goes down to 0.8338 in the long term. So technically we're not sure how long it takes for this market to go all the way down that way. But in the long term, the market will be bearish, I think, and we can expect around 180 pips to trade. So Euro Pound is good once it breaks the support. So let's continue watching the market together. Okay, and next is the Euro CAD. Euro CAD is now range to me. This is just ups and downs, and Kumo is now flat. Senko span A is now retracing, and there was a dead cross of Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen. So to me, this is range. In terms of Ichimoku, this dead cross of Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen does not mean that the market will be down. But this dead cross means, in this particular case, it means that this is a sign of the range. So most likely this week or next week, we're not sure if it becomes bearish or bullish. I think the market consolidates until it finds the new direction. So most likely I won't trade Euro CAD this week. Okay, and next is the Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc is also range and very spiky, choppy market. So the best option is to wait for the breakout of the support 0.9673 and follow downtrend. But the Kumo is now too thin, too small also. So whenever I see the small Kumo, then this is also to me range. So I don't think the market breaks the support this week. But sometime in the month of July, it may. So once it does, I follow downtrend. So that's the Euro Swiss franc. And next is the USD-JPY. USD-JPY is also today, last week was retracing, but the candlestick closed on the previous resistance level, 142.17. So the market may be supported and goes up this week. If it does, I follow uptrend and buy. Otherwise, USD-JPY is now, Kumo is flat. This Kumo itself is not the bullish Kumo. This is actually the bearish Kumo, and it hasn't twisted yet to bullish. So that means the market may continue to be bearish. If that is the case, then targets will be either Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen on the weekly. So I observe the market until Wednesday, and whichever the market goes, I follow that direction. I don't think I will be trading this pair on Monday or Tuesday because of this reason. So Yeah, USDJPY I don't mark. I think we have some better pairs to trade. Okay, so next is a USDCAD. This pair is also range. The prices are exactly within the Kumo. So weekly shows no trends, so we never know which way it's going. But one thing is that the market was being resisted last week. It was resisted by the previous supports. So downtrend may be continuous, like this way, like this pattern. The previous support became the resistance. So the market may be bearish this week or in the month of July. So in this case, I wait for the breakout of the Kumo and the support on the weekly time frame. If it does, I follow downtrend. So let's monitor that on USDCAD. And next is the USD Swiss franc. This pair is also bearish to me. Now Senko span A is retracing, but it has been on the bearish waves. And now this is what I call the counter trend line breakout. So usually when you draw the trend line, it goes like this way. You take the highs, and this is the trend line, the regular trend line. But also at the same time, I do look at a counter trend line, which is like this. So this is against the major direction. This trend line is against the major direction. But this breakout 4 weeks ago was a nice sign of downtrend to me. So as long as prices are below the trend line, and I think that will be bearish. So that means this week the market may break the support of 0.882 level. So I think in this case I just put down arrow below the support, and we'll wait for the breakout to happen. So USD Swiss franc to me is now bearish. Okay, and next is the pound USD. Pound USD is looking good also because this is almost breaking the resistance level of 1.2847, and what's more, the target is really wide. The target is 1.33, which is the previous high here from the week of the 21st of March last year. So, and it's about to break. And what's more, the prices are above the Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen, and Kumo, and Chikou span above candles. So that shows it's a bullish market. And also, 2 weeks ago was a doji, and last week broke the doji bullish. So this means that this is a typical reverse sign that the market breaks that resistance. And what's more, there is a third confirmation. Why it's good about the breakout is this is called the inside bar. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago, there was a big bullish bar, and this bullish bar's high and low has been engulfing, including 3 future candles. So that also means that once it breaks, the market I think goes really fast. So pound USD looks very good. So I mark purple, and we'll follow uptrend once it happens. Okay, next is the pound JPY. Pound JPY also looks good. This one is also bullish, simply because the Senko span A is up, and Kijun Sen is also up, and the Chikou span way above the candles. And when you see this, you may think that this is overbought, but to me it's not, because of the Kumo shape. The Kumo shape here is not too thin, so to me this is stably bullish. Last week was a bit bearish, but there's still a good chance that the market will be bullish in next week and also the month of July. So I mark purple on pound JPY, and we'll continue to look for buying opportunities. Okay, next is the pound CAD. Pound CAD also looks good as it just broke the P wave bullish, and it's almost breaking the resistance level. And once it breaks, the target will be 1.738. So we have a room of potentially 300 and 16 pips to trade. So pound CAD also looks good to me. Okay, just squeeze the chart, and Kumo shape is very thick, and Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span above candles. So P wave breakout, I think in this case is the confirmation for this new uptrend. So during the day, I choose a daily chart or the 4-hour chart to follow. So once I see uptrend on one of these time frames, then I look for an entry opportunities. So pound CAD also looks good to me. But okay, and then next is the pound AUD. Pound AUD also looks very good. The Kumo shape has been very thick. Both Senko span B and A are up. Kijun Sen is also up. Tenkan Sen is also up. And Chikou span above candles. And this one is also almost breaking that resistance level of 1.9225 level. There was one previous touch or two previous touches on this level, but because the Kumo shape is really thick here, I think the market breaks and goes up continuously. So pound AUD also looks very good. So far pound pairs are looking very good to me in terms of the trending markets. Okay, and next is the pound Swiss franc. Pound Swiss franc seems to be the only pound pairs that is range. So wait for the breakout of that resistance 1.1577 and look for buying opportunities. So let me now move on to AUD based pairs. So here is the AUD USD. This pair is now range, completely range, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The prices are very choppy. So, and this is called Y wave in Ichimoku. So to me, this is not tradable. So I continue to focus on the pound pairs on this one. And next is AUD CAD. This one is also a bit bearish after the Kumo breakout, but Kumo is too small, and the last 2 weeks were bullish, so it may continue to retrace or range. So unless it breaks the support level of down here, 0.8744, this pair won't be tradable. Okay, next is the AUDJPY. AUDJPY is now consolidating, and in low time frames, if you check the, for example, daily time frame, you see this is reversing the wave. So now it's retracing. But coming back to this weekly chart, the price is now engulfing again inside bar on the big bullish bar. So the best of the best scenario is to wait for the breakout of the resistance, which is 97.68, and once it breaks, you follow uptrend. But seems like it's retracing. I don't think the market will be breaking anytime soon. At least this week, I think the market won't break. But sometime in the month of July, it may. So we'll see. Now I don't take trades on this one. And next is the AUD Swiss franc. This pair is also bearish, and this is going down to the support. So I'm waiting for the breakout of 0.5853 and follow downtrend. So I have the alert below the support level, and once it triggers, I will look for some selling opportunities. So AUD Swiss franc to me is bearish. It's downtrend. Okay, so next is the CAD JPY. Yeah, CAD JPY last week retraced very heavy. Last week itself, it went down 233 pips or so. So it was retracing very hard, and I don't think the market will be moving up anytime soon. So I think I continue to focus on other pound pairs this week. And CAD Swiss franc is ranging, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The market has been very choppy. But this is something I mentioned on last week Sunday, was this is also reversal. a previous support is now becoming resistances. So in terms of the price action, let me just cancel Ichimoku. In terms of the price action, this is still bearish. Unless it breaks this reversal level of 0.6791, this is bearish downtrend. So I continue to look for selling opportunity on CAD Swiss franc from this reason. Okay, and finally, Swiss franc JPY is still bullish. So it looks like Swiss franc has been strong. Last week was bearish, but to me, the prices are above Tenkan Sen and Kijun Sen and Chikou span above candles, so it's bullish. If I see the market bullish, then I follow uptrend and expect the market breaks the next resistance and also the round number of 162 level. So Swiss franc JPY to me is still bullish in the bigger picture. So that completes my whole analysis on these forex pairs. So again, Euro JPY looks good, it's bullish. Although last week was bearish, I'm still buy biased on Euro JPY. And then what's more, pound pairs are looking much better. Pound USD is bullish, about to break the major resistance level, and target is 446 pips above. So this one is nice once it breaks. And pound JPY is also bullish. That resistance level is still very close. So once it breaks, we can expect 484 pips to trade. And pound CAD also looks good. This one is also about to break that resistance. Once it does, we can expect the pips of 316. And then finally, pound AUD is about to break that resistance also. Oh, looks like I haven't talked about the targets on this one. So pound AUD, the target is also very good. The previous high was here, 2.0606, and we have a room of 1,350 or 60 pips or so. So there is no resistances above. So pound AUD can also be one of the best pairs to trade this week, and also in the month of July. Okay, so that completes my whole analysis on forex pairs. So now let me move on to gold, XAUUSD, and also WTI. Okay, so here is the gold weekly time frame. This one is now completely ranging. The price is now below the Kijun Sen. So after the market broke the Kijun Sen, for the last 2 weeks, it's been ranging. And now Senko span A is retracing, and Kijun Sen and flat, and Chikou span is touching the candles. So this is very much difficult which way it's going from this technical perspective. So to me, in terms of the daily time frame, it's bearish. The prices are below the Kijun Sen, and the previous supports is now becoming resistances on gold. So to me, this is bearish in terms of the price action. I'm expecting this kind of pattern on gold. There was also P-wave breakout bearish, and then the market didn't break the previous supports. So I think bearish is likely to happen this week and also in the month of July. So if I see downtrend, then I follow it on gold. Even if the market breaks the support, I think the market continuously consolidates, so it won't be a good setup to trade, to buy. I think gold will be tradable only if the market goes bearish. So next is WTI, US oil. And this market is also choppy, and it has been consolidating too. Now Chikou span is touching, Kumo is now flat, Kijun Sen flat. It has been ranging for the last one month or 2 months almost, so we have no trends yet. Okay, now let me move on to indices. So here we have Nikkei and US indices and Euro stock and all these, Nifty 50 I will cover, and A200 and Hansen. So first let me check Nikkei 225. So Nikkei sold off very much last week, and the reason was because from technical perspective, in terms of Ichimoku, it was because the Kumo has been very thin. So like I mentioned before, when you see the thin Kumo, you have to expect the consolidation. But if the Kumo thick, then you expect the continuous trend. In fact, 4 weeks ago on the week of the 12th of June, the Kumo shape was like this. Whenever I see this Kumo shape on any time frames and any pairs, within Forex pairs also, I don't trade, because this is overbought. And for the last 3 weeks, it has been consolidating, and now seems like this is retracing. So now Kijun Sen is flat. Sorry, Tenkan Sen flat, Kijun Sen almost flat too. So I think the market goes down to at least 31,391. So now this is retracing to me after this big bullish move. Okay, next is Dow Jones. Dow Jones is still consolidating. This one is not really bullish. Chikou span is also touching. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so no trends and no trace. The only possible scenario is to wait for the breakout of the resistances. And this resistance level is actually the neckline of inverted head and shoulders on the weekly time frame. So once it breaks, I think the market takes off very nicely. But until it breaks, I think the market consolidates, or maybe there is some fake breakout, so just watch out. So let's monitor until it breaks the neckline of inverted head and shoulders on Dow Jones. Okay, next is Nasdaq. This market is bullish now. Kumo is bullish, Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen is up, Chikou span above candles. So in this case, although there are some resistances here, I do expect the market breaks the resistance 15,284 and goes all the way up to 16,777. So let's wait for that breakout, and that will be, I think, one of the best indices to trade. So that's Nasdaq. To me it's bullish. And then S&P 500, this one is also bullish too. The Kumo is up, Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen is nicely bullish also, and Chikou span above candles. So if you wait for the breakout of that resistance 44 and 47, then I think it takes off up to 46, 43.8, which is the previous resistance level from the week of 28th of March last year. So yeah, S&P 500 is also bullish to me. Okay, so next is the Euro stocks. Euro stocks is also bullish, and it's about to break that resistance too. 44.16 was the resistance, and this is all-time high. And the price is above the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and Chikou span above candles. So the market may break that resistance this week or in the month of July. Once it breaks, then the next targets are the run numbers. So 4500 and 4600 are the most recent targets on this one. So to me, this is bullish on Euro stocks. Okay, next is the FTSE 100. This market is now ranging and retracing. There was a double top here. Neckline was really deep. Neckline was actually at the Kumo on the weekly. So let's see if it breaks. If it breaks, then for sure there will be no more uptrend. Even if it doesn't break, I think even if the market goes up this week in the month of July, then there will be a descending P wave like this. So the market could be down continuously. So unless it breaks the Kumo and also the trend line, FTSE 100 seems to be bearish to me. Okay, so next is the CAC France. CAC France is now consolidating. Well, technically, the Kumo is up. Chikou span is now very close to candles. And the market broke the P wave bearish. So now this is in the short term bearish, but in the long term on the weekly chart this is consolidating. And also the market closed below the Kijun Sen on the weekly, so that means the next direction is very difficult to see. So I think this will continuously range, I think, CAC France. And next is DAX index. DAX is still bullish to me. Last week was bearish, but the market was supported by the Kijun Sen, unlike CAC France. And Senko span A is up, Kijun Sen itself is also bullish, and Chikou span is getting closer to candles, but this is above the candles technically. So German 40 is still bullish to me. But CAC France again, as comparison, CAC France broke the Kijun Sen and Chikou span is way closer, so this one to me is range. But again, DAX index to me is bullish. Okay, and next is Nifty chart. So Nifty has been bullish too. So like I mentioned before, after the market, after Chikou span break happened, it has been bullish. And Kumo shape is also looking very nicely bullish. Kijun Sen is up, Tenkan Sen is up. So last week there was a pin bar or long wick up and smaller body. And this itself is not the signal of the reverse. Sometimes in the textbook it says if you see this, this is sign of the reversal. But actually it's not. You have to wait for the close of the next candlestick. If next candlestick closes below the pin bar, then it could be down after that. But if it doesn't close, if it closes above the pin bar, then this is also a sign of continuous uptrend. And also Kumo is up, Chikou span, Kijun Sen, everything is up. So to me it's bullish. So I think that this pin bar can be the continuous uptrend signal. So let's wait to see if this week's candlestick close, whether it's above or below. And then we come back this chart next Sunday and I will give you some updates on my analysis. So let's monitor this chart continuously. But if it goes up still this week, you still follow uptrend. But if this week the market starts to retrace, then you may have to look for some exit timing. So that's Nifty chart. Okay, and then next one is Australia 200. This market has been ranging Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching. So no trend and nothing really to discuss on this one. And finally Hansen is also, this one is not bearish because it broke the Kumo. But it's been choppy. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So the market may be supported by the previous support and it may consolidate continuously. Okay, so now finally let me cover Bitcoin, BTC USD. Because I know some of you trade cryptos, so just for your information, this is BTC USD. And now this is consolidating still because the market is within the Kumo on the weekly. So I say we have to wait for the breakout of the Kumo. Senko span B is 31,872. Once it breaks, I think new uptrend will be continuous. So And also for the last 2 weeks there were dojis, and this is also called inside bar structure. So together with the inside and doji breaks, the Kumo breakout becomes very powerful. So let's wait for that breakout of the Kumo on the weekly and get ready to trade. Okay, so that's a Bitcoin, BTC USD analysis for me. Okay, so that covered the whole analysis on these markets. So now let me remind everyone about the news. So last week we had so many big news, and it looks like the market becomes very choppy, and JPY pairs retraced, and we see some new trends on pound pairs. But let's see how these will be affected by these news this week. So okay, let me turn this to this week. This is going to be on the week of the 9th. Okay, sorry. Alright, so hope you can see the news here. So Monday on the 10th, tomorrow, there will be no big news. In Tuesday 11th, we have a news in UK. BOE's governor's speech, so we have to watch out. And then also ILO unemployment rate in the UK also on Tuesday. And harmonized index of consumer prices on Germany. And that's it. On Wednesday 12th, we have interest rate and monetary policy statement in New Zealand, and also RBA's governor's speech in Australia, and consumer price index in the US. This will be, I think, the biggest news next week. On Wednesday 12th, US CPI. We have to watch out on this one for sure. And then also rate statement, rate decision in Canada, and then also press conference in Canada too. So Wednesday, watch out on the news on the US CPI. Thursday 13th, we have, hold on, let me see. We have, okay, one big news. Producer price index of ex-food energy in the US. And then Friday 14th, we have Michigan Sentiment Index in the US, and that's it. So the biggest news this week will be definitely CPI. CPI and CPI X food and energy in the US, especially X food energy is really big. So watch out on these news this week. Okay, so that completes my whole analysis for Sunday. So now let me come back to some comments and have some free discussion until the end of the live today. After this, I have another Arabic lesson. I will be going out and learn Arabic 101 after this. So I'm so excited to learn. Okay, so again, thank you very much for joining. I hope you have a great Friday today. Great Sunday and weekend. Get ready to trade next week. Okay. Oh, Tim, thank you very much. I'm glad you liked the play of my violin. I upload the video of my new violin play on my second YouTube channel, so you can check. You can find the link on the below description to check. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, Gulam says, can you please indicate where is the liquidity grabbing points? Liquidity grabbing points, I am not sure what you mean by that, but that could be the Kumo shape. As Ichimoku trader, you can check the Kumo shape. When the Kumo is thick, then the liquidity is really high and the trend will be continuous. Okay. Vu says, gold daily chart from 1 to 3 pattern, so gold will up. I don't think gold will go up. Gold will be bearish to me. It's bearish. I mean, the only tradable timing is when the market breaks the support on gold. So Yeah, to me, I look for the selling confirmations on gold. Okay, here are my indicators. I use indicator, this is Ichimoku, and I use the basic setting of Ichimoku here, 9, 26, 52, and 26. Okay, Reza says, I have seen your moving average videos, it was very good, but my question is, why don't you use it because it gives very good signals for buying and selling? Because Ichimoku shows me more information about the markets than moving averages. Yeah, I used to use moving averages before. I was using multiple moving averages, 3 moving averages, and I have been trading with Ichimoku also. But after I stick to Ichimoku only, then my performance got much better. And not only that, I'm able to capture the trending and the ranging market with more confidence and with more information. So that's why I use Ichimoku only now. But yeah, you can also use moving averages and apply the same risk management and psychology management, and it should work too. Okay, John says for when the Kumo is thin means it's oversold, overbought, and could retrace quickly. Correct. That's right. That's exactly correct. Just like you saw on Nikkei 225. The Kumo was very thin, so after that the market consolidates. Usually this happens. Okay, Homan, oh, you're welcome about the candlestick video. Yes, I will be creating more videos about the candlesticks because this is also my project right now. I have been uploading some of the candlestick videos on my YouTube, and I just started a new series. So here is my YouTube, and you can click on the videos, and this is the part 1 of the candlestick. So in total, maybe there will be 4 or 5 parts, I'm thinking, but yeah, I will not only talk about the strategy of trading in candlestick, but also the background as history and how it was invented in Japan, and how the creator of candlesticks says about the markets and psychologies behind. I think that will also be a big lesson for everyone, because psychology is universal. And I found that this is also a very big lesson for everyone. So yeah, please wait for more videos about the candlesticks. Okay, let me see. John says, do you often use price observation theory? Let us know when you can make another upload on this topic. Yes, I do. I do use the price theory and also time theory too to support my analysis. Yep, I have lots of videos on my Ichimoku community. So, and also I have a book. I wrote a book about 3 theories, wave theory, time theory, and price theory on my Ichimoku community. So you're always welcome to join and learn the essence of it. Okay. Milat says, is it possible for us to copy your trades during the months? I don't want someone to copy my trades because I want to teach how to fish, but not giving the fish. So that's why. Because I used to use that kind of services before, but it didn't really work out well. Sometimes there was a connection issue and the executions were not really stable. So I don't recommend anyone to follow anyone else's trades. Okay, John says, do the indices have major impact on the Forex pairs? I don't think so. Well, some are having some impact, but impact in Forex pairs are more on these news, on these fundamental news, than how indices move. Okay, Elio. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. Okay. Mario, USD-PLN. Okay, yeah. I know you have been asking that pair on Sundays. Let me see. USD-PLN. I remember that I said that this is bearish, and it was about to break the support. But let's see what is happening right now. Okay, so yeah, to me this is still bearish. Yeah, the price is below Tenkan-sen, Chikou span below candles, and it looks like the previous support is now still becoming resistance. So I think this is bearish. Still bearish. Yeah. Okay, good to see you again. Thank you very much for joining. This is now free discussion, and I will do recap on my best forex pairs before I finish this live stream, so please stick to it. I will be finishing live in about 10 minutes. Okay, OFT images, you watch my volume performance. Oh, very nice. Thank you very much for the comment from Brazil. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, yeah. I think I will play more tunes and share my performances. Adrian, yeah, I never thought to buy Bitcoin. Yeah, because I haven't been following what's happening behind the scenes, and I feel more comfortable to trade in forex pairs, and that's why. And now Bitcoin is now ranging to me in terms of Ichimoku. When it's bullish, then I may think of it, but now at least for me, I don't think this is tradable. Okay. JD says, what does it tell you when Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen stay the same value for a few bars? When Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen stay the same value for a few bars, that means there was a big spike in the past. When Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen becomes together and flat, that means the market is completely ranging. Like just like the ThinkMo, flat and ThinkMo, just like that. So whenever you see the flat Kumo in flat Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, the volatility is really less, usually. It's unlikely to happen in Forex, but some of the exotic pairs or maybe cryptos, it may happen. You may see that patterns. Or maybe low time frames. You may see that also. Yeah, so Ichimoku itself is really deep. It's just 5 lines, but 5 lines tell you lots of things about the market, about the momentum, about the direction, about the participants from short, mid, to long term, and yeah, it tells you a lot of things about the markets. Okay, so even if I'm not a Japanese, I will be using Ichimoku for sure. For me, it's good that I'm able to read the original books of Ichimoku, so I can study more myself. Okay, where liquidity can hurt our stop losses. Liquidity can hurt our stop losses. You mean the fake breakouts and the market hit the stop loss and then goes? It can be happening when you see the choppy market, and that also can be captured by the Kumo shape. When you see the Kumos too thin or too small, then it can happen very often. And that's when I don't enter any trades. And sometimes news can happen like that. So anyways, when you see the market's been very tricky, then don't take trades. Okay, let me see. Tenkan-sen, Tenkan-sen, Kijun-sen are same level without the cross. Right. That's when the market is completely ranging and less volatility. Most likely, it's not trending in that case. You don't see highs and lows renewing, so I think that will be either P wave or box range. Oh, review the NZD pairs. Okay, so let me do that. Hold on. So let me just pick one. I don't think I have time to cover everything. So let me check NZD USD. USD has been very strong. NZD USD, let me see. Make sure to check FXCM to chart. Oh, okay. NZD USD is now range. The prices are exactly within the Kumo. And yeah, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span is touching almost. So this is not tradable. I thought this pair is trending, but looks like it's not. Yeah, so it's range. Okay. So ADCAD is now also range. We have to wait for the break of the support, 0.8744. Okay. Okay, let me check some other comments from other people. Okay, Sean says, I found a second-hand book by David Linton on Ichimoku and wanted to learn more. Then I found Kay's YouTube channel. Okay, okay. I haven't read any English book about Ichimoku. All my knowledges are based on either original book or some of the Japanese book about Ichimoku. And also articles on the internet. But usually, even in Japan, even in Japanese, the information about Ichimoku is very not that deep. Usually people talk about the gold cross to buy and dead cross to sell, Kumo breakout to buy and sell, and that's it. So yeah, we really have to dig into the essence and beauty of Ichimoku. And that's what I do here in my YouTube. Okay, John says, when the Kijun Sen flat, Kumo flat, but the Tenkan Sen is trending and price action is trending, how would one capture the short momentum movement to trade? In that case, in the short term it's bullish, so you can follow bullish trend. Yeah, but since Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, you might want to risk less. If you have been risking 2%, then I recommend you to risk only 1% and trade, if you still want to trade on that pair. Yeah, you have to manage the risk per trade, depends on the market situation. If the trend is stable and beautiful N waves, and Kumo shape looks good, then you can risk 2% or even 3%. But if the Kumo shape is too thin, or if the market seems to be very choppy, but if you still want to trade, then you can lower the risk to 1% or even to 0.5%, and then still look for some new opportunities. So depends on the market volatility and situations, you can either stay away or you can manage the risk per trade and still look for some new opportunities. Don't fix the risk per trade as always. Okay, so I see lots of comments. JD says, Ichimoku and your teachings are about to change my life. I use Fibonacci patterns and Ichimoku has made a massive change just a few days. Thank you for all your videos. I'm excited to learn from you. Oh, thank you very much also for your comment. Yeah, it's been my honor for me to be able to share my knowledge, the way I view charts through YouTube, and connect everyone around the world like this. I never expected that I will be doing this when I started my trading full-time. And after I started my full-time trading career, for 5 years, I have been alone. I never had some teachers, and I never had some friends about traders. I never belonged any other communities for the first 5 years. I was all alone and study myself, backtest, look back my own trades, and I have been doing that. But then one day, after 5 years, one day one of my friends asked me to share my strategy, and that's how I started my YouTube. And then I did it in English with some chart, with some screenshots, and with some video editings, and especially the Ichimoku 1 to 5 series became very popular. And also the video about BNF became also popular, and I think that caught lots of attention on my YouTube channel. But yeah, to me, to be honest, I just share what I know and what I feel, what I see among the markets through Ichimoku, through my system, and that's it. But if you learn something new, if you get some inspiration based on what I say, then that will be my pleasure. So yeah, let's continue to study and continue to improve your trades. Always improve. Like I mentioned in yesterday's video, we have to look back your trades first, journal your trades, and you have to look back your trades. You don't have to use the spreadsheet like share, but you have to look back your trades and find the patterns of losing trades and try to improve these losing trades and losing habits. It could be psychology, it could be risk management, it could be your exit timing, but whatever it is, you have to identify your patterns of losses, patterns of the bad habits, and try to avoid on the next month. If you do this every month, then through the year, you have 12 improvements. If you do this for 2 years, you have 24 improvements. And it may not show in the number of the profits first, but as it goes on, it will show it. It will show on your stats and your numbers. And you become more confident on what you do on your trades. So this is one of the reasons why I don't want to share copy trade, because there is no lessons in that. But I prefer to give some lessons, and I think life is all about the lessons. So if you continue to study, continue to practice and improve, then you should be fine in the long run. And I'm not here to share in the short term. I want everybody to be stably non-losing trader in the long term. So I think that's my mission on my YouTube. But yeah, again, thank you very much for joining, everyone. I think that's it for today. So I will see you on the next one next week. So please wait for the candlestick video series, and also wait for the video about the conversation between BNF and CIS, and also some YouTube shorts. Okay, so again, thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, and stay gold. Okay, bye for now, everyone. Mata ne. Thank you very much.